New coffee maestro wanted. She summoned up all her courage and went inside to ask if she could speak to the manager about a job. "Have you ever worked in a coffee shop before?" asked Jenny, who ran the shop. "No," said Beatrice, "but I'm very artistic and I know how to paint smiley faces and leaf shapes in the froth on the top of the coffee." "Well, that's a good start," said Jenny. "We'll give you a try for a day." Beatrice was put in charge of making the coffee. She painted beautiful faces on all the coffees she made, but she spent so long perfecting each one that the customers complained. "Leonardo painted the Mona Lisa faster than this," said one. Jenny decided that Beatrice was not right for the job because she was too slow. The next day, Beatrice signed up with an office agency. They sent her to work as a receptionist in a big shiny building. Her job was to check visitors in, give them security badges, and send them up in the lift to the right floor for their meetings. At first, she was very good at this because she was naturally helpful and all the visitors liked her. But then a smartly dressed man and woman rushed in all flustered and panicky and saying they were late for their meeting. Their names were not on Beatrice's list, but she gave them badges without delay so as not to make them any later. It turned out that they were thieves who stole 4 mobile phones and 2 laptops from a conference room upstairs. Beatrice was fired for letting them into the building. Her next job was as a parking warden. She looked super smart in her uniform, but as you might guess, she was too soft-hearted to give people fines for parking in the wrong place. Every driver had a hard-luck sob story, and she let them off. Even when the driver wasn't there to plead their cause, she felt sorry for them, and imagined that they must have only parked on a double yellow line because they absolutely had to. She was fired for not giving out enough fines. That evening, Beatrice sat in her attic room and cried a little. "I'm really not good at anything," she thought. She wondered if Bertie was missing her, and for the first time since she left the palace, she put her old SIM card in her phone. As soon as the phone was switched on, it went ping, 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 because Bertie had been sending her loads and loads of messages like, "Beatrice, I dream about you all the time when I'm asleep and awake," and "Life isn't fair, but the world's a kinder place when you are a princess," and "I promise to try harder to understand you better and help you fulfill your dreams." There were more messages like this. Beatrice thought, Bertie, he's such a sweetie pie. She pressed reply on one of the messages and was about to ask him to send a limo to pick her up and take her back to the palace when a lightning bolt of defiance ran through her. "I can't go back, not until I've succeeded at something on my own 2 feet without help or favour from anyone." For the next 2 days she looked for jobs, but all of them needed good exam results or lots of experience, and Beatrice had neither. Then at last an advertisement caught her eye. It said, "The Ha Ha Club. Make good money for laughs." She read on. "Are you gutsy enough to face our crowd and tell them jokes? Make our audience laugh and we'll pay you £500. But if you don't succeed, you get nothing." Can't say fairer than that, thought Beatrice. Now you may know that Prince Bertie fancies himself as a comedian. Opinion is very divided as to whether he's actually funny or not. In fact, it would seem that quite a lot of people think not. Beatrice said to herself, "I bet I would be better at making people laugh than Bertie." And she filled in the entry form on the website, calling herself Maureen the Ex-Princess. Thursday night came. Beatrice had been practising her comedy act in front of the mirror, and she thought she was pretty funny. As she took the bus to the Ha Ha Club, She was confident that she would win the £500.